Conversations between she and T first arose within social architecture, out from default position. He sat apart from others near her. She is hostess, trying to be good, make him comfortable, ask questions. Out of politeness or design, he answered, when engagement overshadowed meaning. With what do I fill the gaps of lost inquiry? I have to tell you something to keep you from leaving. What can I say? The questions and answers were binding. Invisible interlocking, the construction and rearrangement of molecules, obedient patterns of electrons, so dense after just the first few orbits. Numbered objects in miniature shuttled across neurochemical pathways. She had used the wine key properly. Spanish white poured into glasses and began the film. After she emptied hers, she reached behind for more. The bottle tumbled just so the entire thing spilled on her chest and sweater. She laughed and T buried his head, his lips. He called her again, invited her out. In the pub, she held a Guinness amidst a group of his acquaintances, all laughing, and he took this noisy opportunity, heads thrown back around him, to suggest a dizzying leap of status into her small ear. Weekend with him in New Mexico, visit his close friends. The vacillation. She never bothered much with relationships, preferred lovers, saw T now as an imperialist, a flag of sorts. The ripple of expectation, an entitlement born from colonization. Her prepared resistance and defense, her native interest in mind, the beginning of trade and negotiations. Having never driven through the desert, she had cartoon expectation. She could not picture a desert in winter, but there, sagebrush, rocks and dust. She thinks they may stop, must be in by noon, no stops. He points, says the last time that he passed, there had been a barrel full of overripe peaches and more by its base. 2 years ago, of course it is no longer there. She will learn that his passenger had been the woman from the photograph she will find several months from now. She and T will move in together, the packing and unpacking of boxes, the photograph in a frame on the center of his old apartment floor. The woman, a sheet wrapped around, looking toward a window. Something always happens when I'm at the microphone. I think I have like ghostly presence here. She had not known him then. She looks out the window and imagines him there sketching a pile of fruit. A river emerges from between rocks and startles her. A ribbon unspooled, well placed along the road. She traces the length along the car window, lifting a fingertip for the occasional duck. The song, Take Me to the River, plays. He knows the words and she knows most. These lyrics escape with the exhaled smoke from the cigarette each holds in hand. Pressed between her two fingers, she recognizes this moment as a future memory. Being in love, a refinement of taste, to select a singular from among, to put all of one's eggs into one basket, to be satisfied beyond sight and sex alone, to trust the mind with the senses, to create an object of obsession without deliberation. One must question exhilaration and obsession, neurochemistry that matches the manic phase of manic depression. He is in the other room, yet I would like to hear the sound of his voice. Won't you sing, she calls. If she had been outside the window of the room and looked in, she would have seen him stand a few moments. Then his eyes close and head tilt toward his back. She can hear his voice, but no articulation over the collision of water against tile, which is orange and cold. She packed no substantial garments. Wasn't Taos supposed to be much warmer, she thinks? I won't be warm the rest of the day. She has such poor circulation. She turns off the shower knobs. Her feet are wet in the chill of the floor. She missteps and nearly falls. She must have fastened her hand to the towel rack or the wall. The white cotton wrapped around her. She breathes again regularly. He is in the other room and singing. At the downtown cafe, she's not cold but chilled. She orders the mocha. She never orders mocha. But this cafe has bittersweet chocolate. It is the best mocha she has ever had. She speculates that yes, this chocolate must be from Mexico. He has a cup of plain coffee, cream and sugar. He He picks pieces of broken skin from her palm, holds her cup at the Western shop as she tries on boots. What is unexpected? Such a small part of the brain answers, much less than friendship. Also the location, so far from the emotional states from anger, fear. Intuition and addiction are love's closest neighbors. The love-struck brain more closely resembles a cocaine addict's than the impassioned. The brush of something reptilian against a wrist.